Today, we're going to take a look at something really interesting. It's the ambitious 3-year vision for the New Hope Church of Christ. Now, this isn't just a plan, it's a full-on roadmap, and it's designed to do more than just deepen faith. It's about transforming their whole community in Baltimore and even beyond. So let's dive in and see exactly how they're planning to pull this off.
Okay, so right at the very heart of this whole vision is the church's motto: one hope, one soul, one victory. And you got to understand, this isn't just some catchy phrase they came up with. No, this is the absolute bedrock of their entire strategy. It influences every single goal, every initiative we're about to talk about.
And this right here, you could call it their North Star. It just perfectly sums up their mission. The 3-year plan we're about to get into, well, it's the practical, step-by-step strategy to make this mission a real, tangible thing. It's all about addressing both the spiritual and the physical needs of their community.
So the whole plan basically unfolds in 3 really clear stages. Step 1, they're going to build a super strong foundation internally. Then step 2, they'll expand their reach out into the community. And finally, the focus shifts to multiplying that impact, for the long haul. It's a really thoughtful, deliberate way of doing things.
All right, let's start at the beginning, shall we? Year 1. This year is all about strengthening the church from the inside out, really making sure that core is solid before they even think about expanding their efforts.
The main goal here? To build a rock-solid internal foundation. What does that mean? Well, it's about fostering deeper connections between the members and creating a really vibrant spiritual community. You can think of it like reinforcing the launch pad before a rocket takes off, right? You've got to have that strong base if you're going to reach new heights.
So how are they going to do it? Well, here's the plan. They're looking at revitalizing worship and music. They're going to deepen discipleship and prayer. And they're really going to enhance the ministries for youth and children. It's a pretty comprehensive approach, really strengthening every part of what they do inside before they turn their focus outward. And they're even planning for future outreach already.
So what's the expected outcome? By the end of this first foundational year, the goal is to have a congregation that isn't just, showing up. We're talking about a group of people who are truly connected, totally engaged, and united by this renewed sense of purpose. They'll be ready and energized for whatever comes next. Okay, so once that strong foundation is in place, the big question becomes, what's next? How do you actually shift that focus outwards? How do you take all that internal energy and channel it into the community?
Well, that's where year 2 comes in. This is the part of the journey where the church takes all that renewed internal strength and translates it into real, tangible, visible action for the community around them.
And the focus really does shift in a big way here. It's not just about internal health anymore. It's all about external service. The key phrase is actively engage. This is where they move from planning to doing, from preparing to directly participating in the life of Baltimore.
And you can see this outward turn in the key initiatives too. We're talking about hosting community service events like food drives and health fairs, collaborating with local schools and shelters, even launching targeted evangelism campaigns. And at the same time, they're developing new leaders within the church. They're not just serving the community, they're trying to become a real part of its fabric.
The end goal here is pretty clear. They want to have a visible and impactful presence in the community. Success in year 2 would mean that New Hope is known not just as a place to worship, but as a genuine force for good, which, should lead to increased membership and engagement.
But that brings up the next big question, doesn't it? I mean, it's one thing to make a big impact for a little while, but how do you make that impact last for the long term? And that's exactly what year 3 is all about, multiplying the impact. The final year is focused on ensuring this growth isn't just a moment, but a whole movement.
Yeah, the focus for year 3 is all about consolidating their gains and setting the stage for sustainable, long-term ministry growth. It's about taking everything that worked in the first 2 years, making it even better, and building systems that can support that growth for years and years to come.
So the strategy here is really to scale up. They're going to evaluate and refine all their programs. They're going to equip new leaders so they can replicate that success. They're going to expand their digital media presence and even explore global partnerships. It's all about making this something that can grow and be copied.
And the expected outcome from all this? The ultimate goal of this whole 3-year journey is pretty huge. It's to create a self-sustaining, replicable model of ministry that becomes a recognized beacon of hope, not just in Baltimore, but beyond.
Okay, so we've talked about the vision, but a vision is only as good as its execution, right? So let's talk about the journey ahead and how this vision actually becomes a reality.
How are they going to make sure it stays on track?
Well, it looks like they've built in a really solid system for implementation and evaluation. We're talking quarterly leadership reviews, an annual strategy retreat, and open feedback channels for the congregation. So this isn't some plan that's just going to sit on a shelf. It's designed to be a living, breathing guide. And crucially, they're going to celebrate milestones along the way to keep everyone motivated.
Which really leaves us with this final, powerful question. How does a vision become a beacon of hope for a city and beyond? Well, it seems the answer lies in careful planning, dedicated action, and a real commitment to sustainable growth. The journey for New Hope is all mapped out. The next 3 years are going to be about walking that path and turning this incredible vision into a vibrant reality.